FIFA 18, Episode 2, Career Mode. It's me again, Ida, and we are going to go straight into our email section because I simmed forward to the Juventus pre-season game, and we've got an offer from them for Kante. 57.7 million. Apparently their purchasing power and his market value says that we could get up to 93.9 million. Now, I like N'Golo Kante on this game, but let's see if we can get some ridiculous amount. The transfer fee that they said that they were willing to go up to, or like that they were estimated that they might be able to go up to, is 93.9 million. So I'm going to ask for that as an initial transfer sum. Let's see what the Juventus guy says to that. It's weird that you can't hear voices. No, I'm sorry, clearly been a big discrepancy. Okay, well, I don't want to sell him anyway. As for players coming into the club, I did just confirm the Martinez offer from the last episode, and he is in the club now, and he does look a very nice young player. He hasn't got 4-star skills, but I think in terms of his potential, he's 19, and some of his things like acceleration, his agility, his strength is a very good one. 72 finishing for a 72 rated player. If he got up to like 85 rated, then his finishing should be about 85, 86, which in terms of the other strikers we have, if you look at Diego Costa, his finishing is 88. So that is actually very similar sort of player to Costa. How tall is he as well? He's not as tall as Costa because he's only 5'9", whereas Costa's 6'1". But it doesn't mean that we can't play him because we do have Morata up there who's 6'2". A position I would like to try and improve on is this position, the right wing. We've got Willian there. And whilst Willian is fantastic, we only have him, and then we also have Pedro. And they're both very, very similar players. Long shot from Willian, but they've both got 4-star skills. Weak foot from Pedro is actually better, but they're both slightly older, and in terms of the size of them, they're both pretty small. If we have to, we could put Victor Moses there because he has 4-star skills as well, and he's pretty quick, and he has a lot of greens on every page. He has not really got too many reds, apart from aggression. As for this career mode series, I've decided that I'm going to take things a little slower because last year's FIFA, I went through it quite quick and I didn't really enjoy how I was putting the episodes together. So what I might do is try and get to the end of the sort of transfer window on this fairly speedy. If there are any really important games, I'll play them and show the whole game, maybe highlights, I'm not sure at the moment. But after that, I think we take it game by game, maybe 2 if there's 2 in a week, and we play it like week by week. So if you look on this week here, we've only got the Leicester game, but we can look at the club and how it's doing and all those sorts of things, and we can then play Leicester. In this week, you'll see we've got Sunday to Sunday, and we have Leicester, we've got Arsenal and Stoke. And then the next week after that is just Man City. But obviously European competitions will dictate what happens in that as well. So if we have like a European week, I might play the 2 games instead of just the 1. And I'll just figure it out from there, really. I don't want it to be too structured because I think that can get boring if it's the same thing over and over again. So it's going to be, I'm just going to sort of go with the flow and see what I'm going to do. As for the 2 players I'm looking at the moment to bring in, I am looking at Adu instead of Weiser, but they rejected our previous offer and I can't do anything yet. So I'm not going to go in for Weiser with his contract, but I am going to see what contract Belotti wants. This is where the contract is going to make a difference for us. So far, I've negotiated that he's going to be a crucial player, that he's going to have 5 years on his contract, but in terms of a buyout clause, because he's going to be a fantastic player in this game, he's only 23 and he's rated 83 overall, I'm going to put 190 million. They want 89. I'm going to deny the release clause, and they say we can move on. Okay, good. Now, they want 84,000. But they also want a sign-in bonus and a goal bonus if he gets 15 goals. Now the wage, I think if I increase his wage to 94,000, because we are signing in for like 50 million, so that's not unheard of, 94,000. I might just push it to 100,000 just to make it round. But a signing bonus, I think a little less. Let's go 800 grand, so 400 off of that. And then edit the bonus. I'm going to say if you get 25 goals, you can have your bonus. And I'm not going to change the amount, but that is what you can have. So my manager's just offering those. We're willing to change our offer to 100,000 a week to make this happen. Sign-on fee of about 800,000. They come back. Currently, his goal bonus, he wants 20 goals. If he makes it, he wants 3 point something million. 3.4 million. So I'm going to say 2.6 million and submit. Give him the money he wants per week and signing bonus what he wants. Is that more reasonable? And they say it's not quite what he wants, but he's eager to join your club, so they will accept 78 grand to finalise the deal. So we finalised the deal for Mr. Andrea Belotti. Now that is what I say is a great signing. As for this episode, so far I am going to sim this Juventus game and see what happens in the result. I've gone for the 4-2-2. I've got Morata and Belotti up front with Hazard and Willian behind. I've got Kante and Bakayoko, Alonso, Christensen, David Luiz and Zappacosta in the back, and then Courtois in goal. And I'm going to make sure that the whole game goes through. Hazard scored on the 27th minute, which isn't too bad. On the bench, we do have pretty much a standard. I don't have a goalkeeper on the bench because goalkeepers never seem to get injured in this game anyway. Hazard scored again. And again, hat-trick for Hazard. What a goal from him. What a goal? What am I saying? What a game from him. He's got a hat-trick in 90 minutes against Juventus, which is pretty good. Now, looking at their team, they didn't play their strongest squad, but that isn't what I'm looking at. That's their choice. I picked out roughly my best squad. I put Zappacosta in instead of someone like Azpilicueta or Moses, but it's not a bad-looking team. We've had an offer from Wolfsburg for Michy Batshuayi, and I haven't actually put him on the transfer list. Now, their initial offer is 23 million. He's worth 17.5. If we can get over 30 million for him, I will let him go because I don't see him playing too much, and I don't think he's that great of a player in this game. In terms of for Chelsea, he isn't, amazing, but he is a goal poacher, and you look at the goal he scored against Atletico Madrid. I mean, it's a poacher's finish. What else, So I'm going to say 31.6 million. They're willing to go up to 26.7 million, and they're willing to do a 5% sale-on clause. As I said already, I don't want to go lower than 30 million for him if I can. So what I'm going to do is go 30 million. They rejected the previous one. Remove the sell-on clause, I'm not really bothered about 5%, and submit. They are willing to give us 30 million for Batshuayi. Thank you, Wolfsburg. So now we are waiting to see what the negotiations between Batshuayi and the club are, and we'll see if he leaves or not. At the moment, he's still a Chelsea player. We're just going into a negotiation for Baba Rahman. Swansea have offered 12 million for him. I'm going to try and get 14 and be a bit cheeky, maybe 15. There's 15 on the table, and submit and see what they say. I'm going to hold to skip. That is our final offer. I'm sorry, hold to skip, and I am just going to accept because they're not going to go any higher than 12. So thank you, Paul Clement. What does that mean for our squad? Left backs wise, we've got Alonso. Azpilicueta can play there. Kennedy sort of plays there, and Baba plays there. Now, we're getting rid of Wallace and Baba already, and Batshuayi is probably going to follow them out the door. That gives us 40 million to sign probably one, maybe two left backs. Because of that, I am looking at another left back. We do have around 40 million that we're just going to sell from those players going out that we can use to buy somebody. So I'm going to scout and transfer hub Levin Kurzawa. Another player I'm looking at is this beast, David Alaba. I'm going to shortlist him to our transfer hub and see if we can get him as well. As for our right winger situation, I am looking at Christian Pulisic because on this game from last year, he was fantastic. Now, this year, he's a year older and he's a lot better. And he looks about 30 in this picture. He looks very old, but I'm going to shortlist him to our hub. I'm going to wait for my scout to come back for players like Chilwell, Adu, Kurzawa and Pulisic. Now, they've decided to reject our negotiations because we took too long on it. But I'm going to keep my scout on him. And I'm going to wait for things like Pulisic. But Alaba doesn't have a release clause. I could go in for an offer for him because he is 86 rated. He's a fantastic left back. Timo Werner is another player I'm looking at. But we did sign him last year for Sunderland. But it was in the third season. But he's 82 rated. So it's going to be pretty close relationship. Or at least in terms of overall rating between him and Batshuayi. And if Batshuayi does go, I might sign Werner just as a replacement because we've already got Belotti and we've already got Morata, but we don't have any other strikers. Because obviously we've still got Costa at the club, but like I said in the last episode, he will be going. I am going to approach Bayern Munich for David Alaba. And already we see there is something changed on this season. We've got Ancelotti, who, as we all know, has been sacked from Bayern Munich. I'm going to offer a transfer fee for David Alaba. I think I'm going to go for 10 million more than he's worth, which is 49 million, because his current value is 39. I'm going to offer 49 million. Please, Mr. Ancelotti, because I would really like him as a player for our team. They want 51.1 million with a 7% sell-on clause. I'm going to be cheeky and just bump my offer up by $1 million and bring theirs down by $1 million and not have a sell-on clause. So submit. I'm going to hold to skip and see what Ancelotti says. That's fair. Glad we could reach an agreement for Alaba. So we have reached the agreement and now we need to offer him a contract. The role of David Alaba is going to be a crucial one. He is going to be very important to our team this season. Something they've just said, which is very nice, is that they don't want to put a release clause in his contract. So I'm just going to accept that I don't want to put a release clause in. Ooh, that is a very large amount of money that he wants. 175,000 a week, 2.3 million signing, and for 5 clean sheets, 1.2 million. I'm going to counter their 175,000 with 150,000. I'm going to counter their signing bonus of 2.3 million to 2 million, and their clean sheet bonus, I'll let them have 1.2 million, but they have to keep 10 clean sheets, not 5. Looks like they are willing to bring it down a little. They've gone down 100 grand on the clean sheets, but they've gone back to 5. Signing bonus, they've gone down 150 grand, and they've gone down 15 grand on the wage. Now, the bonuses is the thing that I'm more interested in. The 160 grand, I'm not too bothered with. So, signing bonus, I'm going to put back down to 2 million. And again, I'm going to counter with the clean sheet bonus of 10 clean sheets, but 1.1 million instead of just 1. It's not quite what he's hoping for, but he's eager to join the club. So they're going to accept 160 grand a week. We sign Andrea Belotti and David Alaba. With our squad looking like it does, I have put Christensen in because I know for a fact, because I checked, because I wanted to, that his potential is massive. So I do want to play him a lot in this game. Maybe alongside David Luiz, maybe sometimes with Cahill, maybe sometimes with Azpilicueta. But we do also have, where is he, Rudiger. He is 24, so he's still quite young in this game as well. So I might rotate a couple of them around. Now we've got Belotti and Morata up top. Willian and Hazard behind Kante, Bakayoko. Maybe not Zappacosta, maybe Azpilicueta. With David Luiz, Christensen and Alaba. And then we've got Courtois, 89 rated goalkeeper in goal. We have a second game against Melbourne City in this episode. I'm just going to sim it again. And we've changed the team a little bit. We've got Courtois, Zappacosta, Cahill, Christensen, Azpilicueta at left back. Bakayoko, Fabregas in the middle. Willian Pedro with Martinez and Batshuayi, which is Martinez is our striker, our young one that we signed. And we'll see how we do. On the bench, Christensen is already injured, 33rd minute. 2 goals in 1 minute. How did that happen? Bakayoko and Kilkenny. They brought on Muscat, whatever. Fitzgerald, they are 2-1 up. How is this happening? We need to get a goal. Come on, Chelsea. There we go, Willian. 70th minute. Do we have another goal coming? Do we have one? Doesn't look like it. That's the end of the game. 2-2. Embarrassing sort of pre-season. Doesn't really matter. But I would have liked to got a win. I did change the team a lot, but we did have a lot of professionals in that squad. Our scout has come back from scouting Adu. He is rated 73 and his value is 6 million. That gives us a better understanding of why they refused flat that I offered 2.5 million or whatever it was, 2.4 million. Our scout has come back from scouting Mitchell Weiser. He's rated 78 overall. Now our scout's got 8 days remaining on Pulisic, so we won't get to that in this episode. But Weiser, not a bad player, 11 million value, whereas Adu is 73 overall and 6 million value. The difference between them really is the speed and acceleration. The rest of it, they are quite similar players. And for that reason, I may go for Weiser if we have the chance. But I think Adu, maybe because he's younger. I'm really torn actually. I don't know which one to go for, Adu or Weiser. If you can help, please comment below and give me an idea. Only game of the episode, first game of the season, first game of the series as well. We are going to go with a very strong lineup. We've got Courtois, Zappacosta, David Luiz, Rudiger, Alaba, Kante, Bakayoko, Willian Hazard, Belotti and Morata. In terms of the team management, I have, or I will, I should say, put on a counter-attack, but also, where are we? I'm going to have the attacking runners go in behind and get in behind. Straight away, we have something that is very nice in this game. They've already done it, which is to make it where you only have the one player to do the kickoff. Because last year they didn't put it in, but they finally put it in, which is a good issue. Now, we're going to see how David Alaba does against his old club. Hazard is through from Morata. Can he finish around the keeper? And it's 1-0 straight away. Look at this, 1-2 from Morata into Hazard. Takes one touch and bang, around the keeper. Zappacosta's played Willian down the line. He's cutting inside. He's going to go around there and shoot there straight away. And it's just gone wide of the post. Morata into Belotti. He's holding it up. Gives it back to Bakayoko into Kante. Where's my run from Alaba? Are you going to make a run? No, you're not. You're going to just stand there. That's what I don't like about this game sometimes. There isn't a very good AI for runners. Because my wingbacks would be flying up there no matter who we're playing against and no matter what our team shape is, they would be up there. Belotti's crossed it in. Willian's not got a header, but it's out for a corner. Ball in from Willian. Can we get a header on it? Somebody get your head on it. And keeper saved it. That's Stark. Hazard plays a long crossfield ball over to Morata, who's taken a good touch. Can we get it in? The back post, Hazard's there. And he's... Is that a header from Hazard? What a header. I thought that looked a very strange... It looked almost more like the defender headed it. Hazard didn't look anywhere near it. But score a goal with a downward header. How is that an achievement? That's just what you do in a game. It didn't really look like Hazard headed this. What's this? Oh no, okay. It just looked very weird from that angle the camera was. Hazard plays a lovely ball to Morata, who's beaten the defender. Can he shoot across the keeper? Hits the post and goes in. What a shot from Morata. Great pass from Hazard. And... that is 3-0 against Bayern Munich in the 40th minute. Belotti's got a ball from Morata, gives it back to Morata, takes a touch and so shoots, and that is 4-0. Lovely build-up play from Chelsea here. I think there was about 15, 20 passes in there before it got to Morata's feet for his shot. Half-time in this game, and the difficulty settings may be an issue in this. I know they've had 4 shots, but we've had 5 and scored 4. And I think the problem with this game at the moment is the fact that the goalkeepers are pretty turd. I noticed it in the demo. I remember I played a game with Man United. I think I put it on the channel. And I shot from miles out and it wasn't even a fantastic shot, but it still went in. I think a problem that they have in this game is the fact that the goalkeepers are poor. And they've done an update recently. And that was why I sort of skipped making a few episodes, because... I knew the goalkeepers weren't great, but we are playing the second hardest difficulty, and I know that Bayern Munich haven't got their greatest team out in the world. As I say, it does seem very easy to sort of cancel out this Bayern Munich team, and I know they aren't playing a strong team, as I've already said, but this difficulty isn't difficult. The fact that we are slicing them open so easily may be because of what players they have on the pitch and not necessarily to do with the difficulty. But in terms of FIFA last year and this year, it does seem that this is a lot easier than playing World Class last year. And I know I only played World Class, but it was more because of how Legendary played in FIFA 17. And this year's FIFA, I don't know what Legendary is going to be like. So I think what I'll do is the same as I did last year, because I think I started on Professional. And then I went up to World Class. And what I did was, if I won 5 games in a row, then I went on to the next difficulty. So, I think if I do win 5 games in a row on this difficulty, I will drop it up. Drop it up? Push it up. Not drop it up. I was going to say drop it down. But push it up to the Legendary difficulty. And we'll see how that goes. If it's disastrous and I just can't seem to win a game, then potentially I'll drop it back down. Just because I want the entertainment factor. In terms of the difficulty, I think I will raise it if I do win those 5 games in a row. But I've just made a sub. And can we score straight away? We can. Pedro, he's just come on the pitch. He's only just touched the ball with his head there. And that is a goal straight away from Pedro. Pedro's there. Can he get it across to Martinez? Oh, okay, and that's a penalty apparently. How is this a penalty? He's kicked the ball away and Martinez has fallen over him. Well, for the penalty, David Alaba against his former club. He is technically our best penalty taker. And I don't know why the guide is still on. But I think I do that to turn it off. And that is 6-0. David Alaba with a goal against his former club. As I said, it is too easy. It is easy, but I am going to wait those 5 games. If we play somebody that plays their full strength team and it's just impossible, even on this difficulty, then we'll keep it the same. But I have a feeling that it won't be. I have a feeling it's going to be as easy as this is to get chances and to score goals. Because it's I'm not even trying that hard. I'm not really concentrating. I'm just playing the game for fun at the moment. Normally, I have to actually try to score the goals. But at the moment, we've got 6 against Bayern Munich. Oh, and they've scored. That's full time. As you see on the stats, the shots to on target ratio, I had 8 to 12. They had 1 on target and they scored the goal. So as you see, the goalkeepers at both sides are pretty poor. Neither keeper really made a save. I think one of my shots on target was a blocked shot and the other was an actual save. I'm going to end the episode here because we've already got out of the group stages of this competition in pre-season and we're going to have Atletico Madrid in the next episode. But if you liked it, please give it a like. If you loved it, please consider to subscribe. Thank you for watching and peace.